Hi, my name is Aimee and I am the founder of Odd Muse.
Hi, my name is Sophie and I'm the content creation assistant here at Odd Muse.
And today we are talking about manifestation versus marketing. So for the last 5 years of Odd Muse, how we have gone from manifesting growth.
We got money printed out, guys.
To really just planning for that and just some little manifesting life hacks we have.
Let's talk about tactics.
Yeah. I said to Sophie today, it feels like non-uniform day.
Oh yeah, so like because me, her, and Alice was sat there, we're like, it just was, and I was like, it does. Because they shouldn't be here.
My
like,
best non-uniform,
okay?
my best non-uniform day is.
Oh, I love that you have one in mind. This is so random.
I told my friend once it was non-uniform day when it wasn't.
No, that's awful.
Best
no
of my life.
I would absolutely hate you for that.
Best prank of my life.
That's the worst thing. Luckily I live really close to my school, so if I ever walked to school and then in your school wear and you're it was on uniform day, I'd be like, oh, run home and get dressed.
So I saw her walking in school and like she had like her shirt on and jeans. Like she'd obviously got the text from me and thought, let me just quickly put some jeans on.
So she had a school shirt on and jeans.
But this was like sixth form, so you kind of like wear like business wear.
Fine then.
So she had like this like shirt on and jeans, and my mum's dropping me to school, and I say to her, I see Evie walking in, and I go, Evie, it's not on uniform day. And she was literally like, and my mum had to drive her back to mine, and she had to put my clothes on. But that is like my best piece of work, hands down.
That is awful. You would so do that to me as well, something like that.
Yeah. So it's funny you said about non-uniform day. But anyway, my random thing to tell you today is I found my earrings.
Oh, great! Finally.
I know I was like blaming you for like a hot sec. They were.
You were like,
you know, we have like I have my box of my earrings.
So you thought I
thought that you'd taken them from a shoot.
You're lying. I never once.
Well, it could have been the model that put it back in there. Anyway, I found it just randomly in the bottom of my bag.
That tends to happen.
And then, you know the stud I've got in that I lost on the way to New York in the carnage.
Oh my God, that was absolutely awful.
Let me tell you about when we was leaving for New York.
This is good. This is a good story. Yeah.
So I think, I'm about to leave. I'll take the dog.
Me and Alice like turning up.
I'll take the dog out for a wee. Alice has turned up. You've turned up. Go back upstairs. I say, guys, I haven't got my keys. I'm locked out. Cab's here. Case is inside. Passport's inside. What are we going to do?
It's just the girls and Artie outside.
Yeah, and the cab driver is outside, ready to go. He a little bit angry, can I just say?
Like, on a good day.
Like, have you never, then no one ever not locked themselves out before a flight? So Josh is racing home. Takes him good 25 minutes. Yeah. He gets there as the cab driver is leaving, but he has had enough.
We
can't get a cab.
I'm not waiting any longer.
All of a sudden, it's like, get all the cases in my car now. If you get in my car, there's stuff everywhere. There's Odd Muse samples. There's just everything. There's everything.
San Pellegrino bottles.
So we are squeezing everything in this car, and we just have to sort parking on the way there. Somehow I lose my diamond earring.
It was a thing.
And Alice is
in the front. I'm in the back.
She's going all through my bag. I was like, where is my earring gone?
Everything's gonna be fine, Aimee. Everything's gonna be fine. And I'm there like, please be fine. I'm not.
So I do the whole of New York with one diamond earring because I think if I take the other one out, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, 100%.
So at least I only have to go get one remade this way. So I do the night before, I do opening day, I do the whole 2 weeks with one earring in.
No one clocked it.
And then my lovely sister's husband for Christmas buys me another diamond.
Yeah.
And then
you found it.
Found the diamond in my car boot. You know, like the little bit where your car boot closes and it's like that little groove.
How do you
just
get
in
it
there?
in
Like
there?
I remember like New Year's Day, my brother's girlfriend was like,
"What's that?
There's a diamond earring here." I was like, so I've got 3 of these now.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
I'm glad I found these because I've had these since 2019. They're like my favourite earrings ever.
So in case you lose one again, you're fine. You're good to go. Just always bring it with you in case you lose it. So the moral of the story is, Aimee loses everything.
Don't be Aimee. I lose everything.
No, but it's okay because you've got other things to think about.
Yeah, I do. I do lose everything. I've always been like that. I just lose everything. And Josh is like that as well. Like,
yeah, you don't help each other out.
The first hour of our day is us screaming at each other like, have you moved something?
Yeah.
I ain't touched it. Yeah, so
what are you going to be like in New York?
Hell.
Yeah.
Hell.
Lovely. Really nice that. But yeah, you just forget everything. That's why we work quite well because then I try to remember everything.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you thought I had the earring.
Well, I just thought it was in the Odd Muse earring box.
Yeah. There was a point when you lost your really lovely necklace in Paris.
Yeah.
And
I lost this necklace.
I was looking around for it because obviously if you lose something, it will ruin the day. Like, and we're on shoot. And I just see something in the drain, and I pull up and this necklace is just in the drain and it's hanging on by like this much, and you're like, oh, thank you. And I was like, it was literally about to fall down the sink, because you always do, like, you get ready in the sink and whatever. But I literally was like, oh, I think I found it. But yeah, you just lose.
And that's why you just don't take things off.
No, she's not key holder. I keep the key.
I'm not the key holder.
No, she's just a bit
me and Josh have recently had like new locks put on, and the people said to us, if you lock yourself out, because we've had the locksmith, we're on like,
it wasn't just this one
we're
time,
on a name basis.
Yeah.
He said, if you lock yourself out this time, the lock you've gone and got, you have to get a whole new door. So we're really waiting for that day where we have to get a new door.
But so
every day is like
that to be like, but guys, let's not have
no, we wanted to get like a big like lock, right? Okay. Yeah. And we thought, oh, we've locked ourselves out. Now's the time to get that lock we want. And he said, you're going to have to get a new door. So I am living like, oh God, next time we lock ourselves out, it's game over.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both very type B.
Yes. Oh my God, we had this conversation the other day in the office.
Oh, did you?
I feel like, because we were saying that Ruby's type B, like major type B.
Yeah.
But there's other types. This isn't just type A and type B. I'd say I'm type A, but then my friends would say I'm type B.
I'd say you're type A.
Yeah, it depends on who I'm with. If I'm with Archie, he can do everything.
To be fair, that's like me. Like me and Josh are both type B, but I need to like be a little bit more A.
Yeah,
just to get us through in life. Yeah.
Whereas at work, when I'm with you, I'll be type A.
Yeah,
I'll take that role
exactly, because I'm like the Josh.
Yeah, you need to get your
A on.
So you have to work with who you're with. But I would say mostly I'm like type A. What is type A exactly? Like, just a bit more put together. Just looks a bit put together, but just a bit nicer.
I'd say just like a bit, where you are. Like
organisation, lists are my favourite thing, kind of vibe. Like I'm always a little bit like on it.
I'm like sometimes last minute kind of gal, it'll work out.
Yeah, it works, it balances. Really like that. Well,
type A, takes charge, entrepreneurial, and a multitasker. Type B, self-confident, idea person, dreamer.
Okay. Oh, wait, I feel like there's more to that. I feel like type B was a bit more like loose, like they're just a bit like...
Type B is like relaxed and easygoing, patient and tolerant, more flexible and adaptable.
I would say I'm that. But with you, I'm not. Because I'm like...
Sophie, you try to change one thing and it's like your world is rocked.
Because
I'm talking like
mindset.
Just shooting a certain jacket before what she'd planned, and it's like... Okay, and she goes all quiet, and I think she's throwing a strop.
Quite strop. Yeah. But that's work. I have to be a bit more like control. Whereas friendship, just tell me where I need to be at what time and I'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm very much, Archie plans the holidays. My friends turn up. There's like half and half. Like
I could never be the holiday planner.
No, it's not me. I'm rather like, let's just go with the flow.
I have got to numerous hotels where they have said to me, "You're not booked in till next week."
Yeah, that's
happened to me so many times.
Did it happen at the when you going to? Was it when you were going to Ibiza or when you were going somewhere?
Yeah, no, we got to Ibiza and there was like, "You're not booked in until tomorrow," and we're fully booked now.
And what did you have to do for that?
Just had to find another hotel for the night. Honestly, it's happened so many times.
Did you have like a different ferry?
I remember one time I booked me and Josh a holiday. I booked our flights and the return flight all on the same day. I've done New York flights going from New York to London instead of London to New York. Yeah.
How?
Just rushing, doing things.
Yeah, she's always rushing. I think that's the situation. You're forgetting your keys because you're rushing. It's always down to the rushing.
Yeah.
Time management, type B.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on to the episode, guys. We'll talk about manifestation or marketing. Now, are you a big manifester?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the whole marketing strategy for Odd Muse for like the first 3 years was very much just like hoping and wishing and manifesting and all stuff like that, because you think we got a marketing manager.
Oh, after me.
How long has Leona been? Right, I'm just laughing because when Sophie first started, she really I don't know if you told people that you were marketing manager.
Apart from my mum.
I got a few emails saying like I want to be in touch with your marketing manager, Sophie Millam. And I was like, what are you telling people?
It wasn't even on the LinkedIn yet. I was 2 weeks into the job.
Anyway.
I didn't tell a single soul that I got this new job. I was social media assistant. I did not have, it wasn't on my LinkedIn.
I had numerous emails saying your marketing manager, Sophie Millam. And I was like, I don't think she's marketing manager.
I got a promotion? I was that good after 2 weeks. Bloody hell.
And so we actually got a marketing manager maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
How long has he only been with us?
Yeah, it was like a month after I started.
Yeah, so around 2 years. So the first 3 years of Odd Muse was just hoping, wishing, praying. Now we do a lot more conventional ways of marketing. We have paid channels, email marketing, all that stuff that really sort of secures us, you know, how we can forecast and how we know like how much we're making every single day. But before that, it was very much just what we was doing organically for the brand. And I'm very grateful for that time, because that's why we've grown such a community, because we worked so hard and constant, and we still do, on that community and having fun and doing more engaging content and just being super social first. So I'm very grateful for that. But I definitely remember a time where, God, we used to do so many things. So
I heard about the money thing.
Yeah, so Chloe used to print money before a launch and like put it we was in this tiny room in the warehouse, and before a launch she would like just print money everywhere.
And she stick it on the walls.
She just
everywhere.
stick it on the walls, and she was just like, we're manifesting. Now in the office we always play money.
Like real money. So you just get money out of the, like, whose money is this?
No, we just like printed like Odd Muse dollars.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought there was like £20 notes in the door.
No. We printed like Odd Muse,
notes.
like, you know,
like
Chloe, she did her graphics.
Clever of her.
So we would print money and like put it everywhere.
That's so
and we
fun.
would like literally like all just pray for like a good launch.
Yeah, Alice said that you used to literally pray and you'd think, and you'd be like, you gather around in a circle and be like, this is going to go well, this is going to go well.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
so sweet now thinking
because
about
every
that.
launch was kind of like, we'd have to put a lot into it. It was, every launch was like a little bit risky.
Yeah.
And it kind of had to work in order to keep growing. And that is just the reality of scaling a brand independently.
You just need everything to go well.
So yeah, there's loads of stuff we used to do. Now in the office we
Money talks.
yeah, we always play that before a launch.
Money talks.
We carry on that excitement. We want a launch to do
Every
well.
time.
Like the more our launches do well, it's not even. It's funny because obviously it always links down to the cash that you make on launch day, but it's so much more than that. It's what you can test out next time.
Yeah.
It's like people's growth in the company.
I think everyone's just excited because you put so much work into something like a launch, and then so you want it to do well.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
we
it's
have,
kind
like,
of like our
huge
launches.
anticipation.
I feel like our launches are, that metric is the cash.
Yeah.
But it's actually so much more than that.
Yeah.
And we do look at more than that. We look at, you know, conversion on the day. Marketing have always got how many people they want to have on site sessions wise. They've got like the times in the day they want
we've
it
always
to
got
peak.
these little metrics.
But it never used to be like that. It just used to be like,
Pray,
okay,
hope
we've
the
spent
best.
this much, we're hoping to make this much. And we used to, I mean, I remember a time where we literally relied so heavily on like a viral TikTok that week to sell jumpsuits.
Oh my God.
And it would be like, thank God something went viral. It was actually a really stressful time, but it was like really like the highs were highs when things went viral and stuff like that. But yeah, there was a solid 3 years of Odd Muse that was like organic traffic only.
Yeah.
But people loved that.
Yeah, I think that's what's made
people mainly remember that.
Like,
us for that the most.
Yeah.
But there's so many brands that you see that you don't think about their marketing, but you just get serve their ads.
Yes.
Like self-portrait, for example. Love it when I get their ads.
Yeah.
Imagery is amazing.
Really nice.
But
you don't essentially
they're not social
follow,
first.
yeah,
They're
you
just
don't
like
follow them on
super,
their
just like
socials.
campaign heavy, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love how Odd Muse has that balance of just like crazy and.
I like it when people say, because a lot of people say to me like, oh, I've seen you on socials.
Yeah.
Like the models that come in that we've casted, like, oh, I've seen like the brand already on socials. And I'm like, oh, that's really fun.
Yeah.
That's
I think
that's good
the
to know.
manifestation versus marketing really ties into sort of like organic versus, you know, paid.
Yeah.
And organic was just like a real thing for us for the first 3 years because we just didn't have the team to do it, and now we have like a full-blown ad strategy. I was actually thinking of asking Leona to come on one time.
Oh my God, we should,
because
so have
everyone's
her.
so interested in
Ads.
paid ads.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting.
Truly it is what brings you in the most consistent amount of sales. You can really plan with ads. Like we know, we kind of have like a set ROAS, so a return on ad spend. So we kind of know if we're putting this much money into ads this week, we're going to see this much in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a much better stable way to be in business.
It's just a bit more comfortable.
Yeah. And it's also like everyone else is doing it, you kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I first started Odd Muse, so everyone will always say this to me, they always say that they remember seeing my ads when I first started, and I was only boosting for like £10 a day.
Love that.
So it's a lot more strategic, but even from like a very early time in Odd Muse, I always knew that there's like some level of investment that you have to put into marketing in order to make it work, because the fact of the matter is you've got to do what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
But the vibes and the manifesting definitely was fuel.
And like you said, that's like how you started, and you just keep bringing it.
The entrepreneurial path is never linear. It can be as simple as a side hustle or a multi-million-dollar fundraiser. However, you can always trust in Shopify to have your back at every stage. My brand Odd Muse has seen incredible growth over the last 5 years. And everything has changed about my business apart from Shopify, making everything easy from day one. From building your own website with no need to code, to analysing data and so much more. Shopify makes building a global empire possible, powering the next generation of entrepreneurs and worldwide brands. Dreaming and doing is both possible. Check how you can build something long-lasting at shopify.com/Aimee.
I 100% feel like the excitement around Odd Muse launch, how it is in the office, definitely transpires into our customer.
Oh my God, 100%.
Everyone is so excited for us on launch day. Like, I'll get messages on launch day like, good luck with today. Like, even yesterday with the TPM planner, everyone was like, good luck, I'm going to order like 2. And it's just, everyone's like really supportive of that.
Even
and
like
I feel like that really comes
well.
from just showing people the actual excitement on shoot in the office.
How much we love the product that we're selling.
And just how much work goes into these launches.
Because everyone is there, because we've got an open office, so everybody there on launch day. You've got buying, and obviously they've made the products, they want it to do well, they want it to sell through. Then you've got marketing, and you've got me that making sure like all the content is like well received.
We're like on DMs sometimes, aren't we?
Yeah, and then you've got people in the paid ads, so making sure like, okay, we're going to send that across.
Yeah.
And
On a
like,
launch day, I always feel like I'm in my DMs, because if there's anything wrong on site, I'm getting a message, aren't I?
Oh my God, you're on your DMs, I'm on the obvious DMs.
I'll get a message like, currency's not come up, or this is sold out and stuff like that, and I'll be like, it's going on pre-order in 5 minutes.
It's a huge like feedback. It's kind of like with Wall Street. I'm like,
it's like we get really excited for like the first 2 minutes, and then everyone's got their head down, like buying's watching stock, making sure more things are going on pre-order, asking manufacturer for shipment dates. Chloe's fixing something.
There's
because
always
something's gone. There's always something.
Has to be, we're not perfect over here.
What about on Black Friday when all the currencies for the US went up to like $6,000?
This was when I was like,
or the discount wasn't loaded or something.
No, it was the if you weren't in the UK currency, then it was
you couldn't get the discount.
You couldn't get the discount. So
and like 50% of our business is US.
So anyone globally just couldn't buy it.
And like imagine I've got girls that have woke up at 4 a.m. in the US.
Got these tired US girlies being like, where the hell is my discount? Yeah. Early access as well. So they've gone through this whole sign up process and they weren't getting it. And I remember like, if you put in UK, like it will come up as a discount, but then obviously it's the whole like sending it and then it was like if they put their address in and they're not a UK address, then it would go back or something. Like you have to put in a UK address.
Yeah, there's so many things that happen like that
it was
on
difficult.
launch day.
And that was Black Friday. Which is the most stressful week of the year, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always something that happens. I feel like recently we've been quite well. But I think it's because they've been smaller launches.
The launches have been small. So pre-spring is like going to be our first silver launch.
Which is next week.
And then resort is just coming so
quick
soon.
Which I'm really excited. They showed me everything. Like they showed marketing. Everything.
So that's another thing we do. So we'll always do like a big presentation, because obviously buying and the product side of things see these collections like maybe 8 months before launch. So we've been working on it for a while, and then we basically have this day in office where we'll take everyone through it.
So much.
I wasn't actually there this time, but I heard there was a lot of oohs and ahs.
Yeah, I filmed it. I love it.
Did you?
Yeah, with a little post, showing like our first reactions to the collection, and it's so much fun.
But I think that's getting us into like everyone's like, this is going to be a huge launch, and we're already. That's like May, June.
And you get everyone's favourites. Like everyone's like,
will Resort be out by this, or we're very close to Resort?
This I think is like around May. So I really don't know whether I think maybe Resort 1 might be out. I want to say, but you don't want to. Yeah,
but Resort,
risk it.
I think Resort 1 is like perfect.
Yes.
Resort 2 is
like. Resort 1 is like very us from last year, like, because obviously we've got the lime cream, which they know about.
Really good new shapes.
Yes,
really
amazing.
Good new shapes, and a little bit of print.
And we've done new in as well. Like this is a whole thing for us this year was new in, so we've got a lot of that coming.
I have come to this realization that I have a store in New York.
Yeah.
I have this website that hosts so many people every day.
It does.
We need so many more options on site that follow this
a lot of it's like recolors. A lot of it's just things that doesn't need, not deserve, but it doesn't need that kind of launch.
Because we definitely, this is why we separated our launches out, because I feel like Odd Muse drops are always super crazy. People sign waitlists and stuff. But there's some things we drop that we just can't expect people to sign a wait list for.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we launched the top that Sophie's wearing today in workwear.
It's
gorgeous.
For the people who are listening, it's the long sleeve knitted top.
Yeah, and that is just, it's amazing.
Yeah, gorgeous. Very comfortable.
You can't expect people to sign a wait list. Just tell them it's live. Yeah, it's a top.
And it's more exciting.
It's
like, by the way, did you check new in? Like,
yeah, so I'm really trying to move into more of a weekly new in situation.
Yeah.
Where there's maybe like 3 to 5 pieces a week.
Yeah, love that. But yeah, anyway, that's something we do. But we show resort and all of that. And then we just kind of discuss what our favourite is. And I guess that's another type of manifestation. Like we say, oh, this is going to be a hero. This is going to be a bestseller. And that's another thing that we do here.
And then we do the next sort of phase of that is showing people the shoot.
Yeah.
And then, for example, Buying actually mentioned this the other day, but a lot of the time when we go through the shoot, we then place reorders on like what shots the best.
We obviously just shot pre-spring in Paris, and they were like able to be like, oh,
to be fair, would they actually I sent them e-com a couple of weeks ago, and they was like, we actually need more of it. Because the e-com come out really strong.
What product? Were they like, oh, we need to order more of?
We've kind of ordered more of everything.
Oh, stunning.
Because the thing is with our launches, like going back to the last episode, we were buying like a little bit smaller and a little bit more scared. And it kind of takes seeing these collections come into shoot to make us more confident.
Yeah. You just want to see it there and be like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Because you've got to imagine that before a shoot, the only way I've seen a collection is first on the CAD. So it's just like a flat drawing.
Yeah.
And then the next is just like me and Fitz in like this room, and we just take iPhone photos.
Might have makeup on in the day.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
And it's like then you come to even the e-com shoot, you've got your heels on, you've got your hair done.
You're in maybe a lovely location.
Yeah. And it makes you realise how good the product is. And I love that.
Life.
If you like it in the studio, you're going to love it on set.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
love that. Okay, so do you have any other manifesting? Because you're very big on angel numbers. Like I remember when I first met you, 222 was like your child.
Now it's like 333.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's changed, but it was always 222. Anything we did, anytime I saw it, I would send it to you. And I feel like you really got me into like the angel number vibe.
I mean, I just feel like angel numbers have brought me a lot of just peace over the years.
It keeps
like when I'm going through like something really stressful and something really heavy with Odd Muse, if I just see 333 or something like that, for some reason, I don't know why, and this is my opinion on anything like this.
Okay.
If it makes you happy, go for it. Because so many people will say it's like a load of rubbish. Like even like going to a psychic, some people just hate stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you sat down and that made you feel good, then you run with it.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about angel numbers.
I think sometimes, I was saying this earlier, it's like a love it or hate it thing. Either people think you're delusional or people are so there for it.
But like, what is wrong with being delusional?
Yeah, like give me a bit of delusional. Like I just delusional? Give me a bit of delusion. I just feel like, what's the point of it? Like, let's just have fun. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes when I remember like in January, we were like, because I now see it a lot, angel numbers. And I feel like once you realise, see it once, then it comes up like again and again, because you like, is that whole idea of like opening your mind to something, and then you're seeing it more, and I feel like that just gets you through. I think, well, everything's gonna work 100%. Out great, because I saw 222 this morning when I woke up. You kept waking up at really weird times.
And I remember like I'll check anytime I check my phone. I had that really weird thing on an airplane that I forgot, but I texted you about.
Pardon?
I woke up and there was like 333 hours left.
Yes.
And my whatever time zone I was in on my phone, it was like 1:33, so 13:33, and I was like,
that's actually crazy.
But yeah, it's just kind of helped me over the years. I would say I do really want to go to a psychic because I don't know what I feel. I don't know what I'm manifesting right now.
What would you want to hear though?
I don't know.
I went to a psychic.
Did you?
In September, and it was a really good one. She came to my friend's house. She's like,
did I tell you about the lady that walked into the New York store in Fashion Week?
No.
She has this big fur coat on. I've got her card. She walks into the influencer party. Bear in mind, we have like PR on the door. If your name's not on the guest list, you're not coming in.
Right.
This lady in this big fur coat walks in and she gives me her card. She hugs me and she goes, "You have such a lovely energy. Like, give me a hug." And I'm thinking, where are you from? Like, well, I've got a face sheet and you're not on it.
Girl,
I'll do my name.
NFI.
And she goes, "I'm a psychic. I'm in the Lower East Side." And then she goes, "Who is JM?"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Josh.
She goes, who's JM? And I'm like, my boyfriend. And she went to me, why do you feel like he doesn't love you?
God, what am I going to
This is in the middle. I'm just trying to talk to influencers.
You've got girls coming up, hey girl, how are you?
And I'm like, she just starts going on like this whole thing, like not even about how I actually feel, but the JM thing was weird.
Why am I going to cry? Why, are you okay? Like,
yeah, I'm fine.
You were fine at the time?
Yeah.
Right.
And so I want to go to a psychic.
Well, I feel like now you have to go to her. Now you're moving to New York.
No, after they were like,
freaky.
oh my God, all the New Yorkers were like, oh my God, no, like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, but she said like my boyfriend, she said
maybe
something.
they weren't, like, they
she
didn't
said
want the
something
delusion.
else. She started talking about something else that I can't remember. But I was like, how have you rocked up here? And I said to the girls on the door, did you let that lady in, like, with the fur coat? And they was like, what lady? And I was like,
no, she
but
was
I have
a
her
ghost,
physical
you
card.
crossed
She
the
wasn't a
paths.
ghost.
Right.
But I went to a psychic years ago before I started Odd Muse when I was in university.
Okay.
And they were so spot on. It was
Scary.
the most ridiculous
Did you go
thing.
to them or did they come to you?
No, I went to them.
Okay.
And I rock up and it's like the scariest house in the street.
Oh,
I'm like,
you can feel the shivers.
and I did, yeah. And she told me that I was going to own my own fashion brand one day.
Oh my God. And here we are.
So I'd like to go back to her, really. I had to do like an 8-month wait list for her.
I was going to say, you have to also give it, you've got to wait between seeing them and then seeing them again.
Oh, yeah. So
For,
this
like,
was
more to
like,
happen.
this was like
5 years ago.
Yeah, more than. I was at university and she just got everything like majorly bang on. So I really believe in that. And at the time, I remember I went, this has nothing to do with Odd Muse, but at the time I went because my granddad had died and it's my first experience of death. And like, obviously my mum was so distraught and I just never wanted to take that away from my mum. Like whenever I wanted to cry, like my mum would cry 10 times harder, like it's her dad.
Yeah.
So I did that to just come at peace with that. And I left there with peace finally about that. So that's why I went. And I always think with anything like that, manifestation, anything
but you
like
never
that.
know. Like you were saying, like obviously if it makes you happy, but you never know what they're going to say. Because you've got someone in Ibiza, which I found crazy because I went to psychic and she was very happy. Like she was very nice. Like she spoke to my grandma. Like she'd recently passed, so I was very much like happy with what she was saying.
Yeah.
She was speaking about my future.
It feels like
they're
still sort of there. But that's the thing. Typically, they're not supposed to say anything.
That is like
no,
my friend, because I went with Archie and he said, oh, like when am I going to die? And I said, you cannot ask that question.
Well, they won't tell you.
Oh, no, clearly
They
not.
won't tell you that. But
how that you're going to die.
There's this lady in Ibiza that people queue up all day to see.
Walking only.
She's like obviously super hippie. She's going to tell you bad stuff. Okay. Yeah. So my friend queues up, sits down. She went to her the year before and everything she said happened. So she was like, I want to go again. This time she's told her she's going to get a divorce. She's not got a boyfriend or anything yet, but she's just avoiding men like the plague now.
Yeah.
So that isn't great.
Well, thank God she hasn't got a husband, because that would really be like, right.
But how is she going to find a husband if she's just constantly looking at him like divorce?
Yeah. Right. I don't know how I'm not going to the lady in Ibiza. Go to my lady, Lorraine.
Yeah, go to someone like a bit more like Western. And they won't tell you stuff like that.
So you've got nothing in because I've been told going to be out in 2 years, going to have twins apparently. I've not got a twin gene, but apparently I'm going to have twins. They're not going to be ginger because I don't know why she told me that. I thought, right, thank you so much. And then she said,
see, I just need to go to another one because mine was very much
like
my life.
She knew about New York. She was like, I can see yellow taxis. And then she was like, you're going to New York soon with work. And I was like, right, I am in 2 months. Thank you so much for telling me that. So yeah, that was weird. And then she said it was going to do well. So I was telling you. I was like, don't you worry. Lorraine said it's going to go well.
Yeah, I need to go to another one. I definitely need to go to another one because, as I said, mine was before Odd Muse and everything she says kind of transpired. But now I'm kind of like, okay, what am I manifesting?
Yeah. Like, do you want to know, like, oh, it's going to go well in New York? Like, what do you want to know?
I think I want to know what to expect from New York. Like, I'm kind of
what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
But is that for you to decide? Because what if she tells you that and then you're like, oh, well, because she said that, like, it's going to happen. But, like, for you to find out for yourself. You want to know. She just wants to know, is it worth it? Am I going to find out?
I just want to know what's going to happen to me.
It's all going to be good things.
Hopefully.
Fine.
But yeah.
Okay.
That's moved into, like, a bit more of actual life manifestation.
Yeah. But it goes into both.
But
life
yeah,
and
there was
work.
a time when I was fresh out of uni and I wanted to start a fashion brand. I didn't have the confidence, and the psychic told me that I was going to start a fashion brand.
You've got all of this to thank her.
Thank you, Carol.
Thanks, Carol. We wouldn't be here without you today. You and a blazer. That's all we need. Carol and an Odd Muse blazer. Right, well, on to Muse Mouth. So actually, it's quite a big one because I want to talk about everybody's manifesting tactics.
Okay.
Because I have my own. I'm sure you've got your own. I've heard some of theirs. And I feel like we can really discuss maybe what do you think's the best? Okay?
Okay.
Shall I read you out some of the
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
I've got? So saying everything out loud, someone even put specifically once a day. So you need to say it out loud for it to happen.
I'm so big on that. So one thing that I always used to do was anytime I'm in my car, and I still do this, I'll like practice like being interviewed by like my like dream person or being interviewed at a stage in my life that I want to be at.
That's so fun. Wait, so can you?
I feel like I've told you this so many times.
Who would you like? Can you disclose who your favourite person?
So, for example, like I'm in my car driving what I'm going to say when I go on Stephen Bartlett's podcast.
Right.
But it's like in like years' time, and it's like when
so you're
I've
there
hit
like,
this.
oh my god,
Yeah.
8 years down the road of Odd Muse, and we're just doing
I do
so
stuff like
well.
that all the time when I'm driving. Like my friends always say to me, like, "Oh, you never play music in the car," and I think because if you weren't here, I'd be talking to myself.
No, I'm the biggest
Basically,
fan.
I
I'm
want to be on my
just
own.
myself. Yeah.
But yeah, I've always talked to myself.
No, I do that too.
Always.
This is not even going to be manifesting. But what do you talk about yourself like that? Because that's at least clever. Because I just do it.
No,
but
like
not
I'm being
manifestation.
like I'm being interviewed, whether it's something that I'm not,
years down the line.
years down the line, or for example, the week going on to Rochelle's podcast, I was just like driving along, rehearsing what I'm going to say.
Right. Well, that's
So it's
quite
kind of a
good. So
bit
it's
of
like
a
you're
mix.
practicing, but then also you're just like
Yeah,
performing
bit
it
of
as if
practice,
it's
bit of manifest.
as if it got. Because someone also said,
Manifesting turns into practicing.
"Oh, I love that."
Manifest so you can practice. Boom.
Okay, boom. Okay, Roxy. I've also put here, acting as if it's already happened. So this kind of goes in what you were saying.
Yeah.
So you can either say everything out loud and I guess, like you said, practice it, or you say out loud and be like, well, I did so well on Stephen Bartlett's podcast.
Do you know what Josh has got? Josh is such a manifester.
Is he?
He's got, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he has all like his crystals and stuff. So this is so, oh my God, this is such a good story. So a week before we launched Odd Muse, we go to this crystal shop in East London.
Right.
I can't remember where it was. And we each buy a citrine for good luck. And we've got it on the windowsill. We're charging it all week before launch.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. But anyway, we still have this citrine at home. And under the citrine on Josh's bedside is a £10 note. And with a whiteboard pen, he's wrote loads of zeros. So it basically says £1 million on it. And he wrote that
great.
years ago before Odd Muse launched. And he's
And
still
now
got it
it's
on his
there.
bedside under the citrine.
Wow.
So we're top manifestors.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I know about your crystal that he bought you. I think that was back to when about pre-fall. Was it pre-fall time?
Oh, yeah.
With your sharks too.
So yeah, this also...
So actually, if you listen to our last episode,
If
we
you look
spoke
at some of the
about-
content from Pre-Fall Drop 2, I am wearing it.
Basically, we were on our way to New York. We were actually pre-fall part 2. Now, pre-fall part 1 was
The disaster that we spoke about last episode.
The disaster. Pre-fall part 2 was fun. You know, we went to New York. We went back to the roots. We had a good old time. But we're in the was like queuing up for what's it called? Like when you land. Customs. And she, obviously it's like really late, whatever. And she just pulls out this like long, black, thick thread from her neck. And out comes this purple crystal. And I'm thinking,
Amethyst.
what the hell have you got on? It looks like a shark's tooth. It's my crystal. And I think, did he buy it because of like the shit that went down?
Yeah, because I was in Ibiza. I needed to enjoy my sister's wedding. He was actually the vicar at my sister's wedding, so he like married them, and he was very nervous. So he went out and bought himself a citrine shark tooth.
No.
And he got me an amethyst. And
she just brings it out.
but I was obviously still going through the trauma when I went to shoot Drop 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I rocked up to New York wearing a shark tooth.
She's wearing this
amethyst.
like brown knit. I've got a picture of it. It's like a 0.5 picture of me, brown knit with this purple just crystal around your neck. And in some of the content, you can see, which Scarlett would probably be like, oh, now there's like black thread.
I needed
round
it
the
close
neck.
to me.
And fair enough. in some of the content you get it out.
Yeah.
Like video content.
I've just like untapped me and Josh are like manifestors.
Oh, you and your shark soup. Anyway, so where is that now? Are you wearing it anytime soon? Is it only for you? Should
It's
wear it
in
on
the
the way
bottom
to
of the
York.
bag somewhere. Josh was like,
Oh.
"Where's your crystal?" I'm like, Josh, I
He knows
highly
where
doubt
his
it's
are.
a real amethyst.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on what we were saying. So yeah, someone else said acting as if it already happened.
Yeah.
Like been there, done that.
Has anyone said crystals yet? Or
Amazing.
have I...
No one put crystals.
Well, then there you go. I'm a crystal girl.
You're a crystal girl. A lot of people are. I think it depends if you want more like physical or like if it's more mental. I guess physical, having that crystal there.
Yeah,
but
no,
just
I
like,
have like a citrine, 2 citrines at home and amethyst.
Nice. Love that.
And I normally wear my amethyst ring, but I'm not wearing it today.
Yes, I was thinking that. Writing them out. People write it out as I don't know whether that's also like a this
so
is
kind of
gonna
like a vision
happen.
board
Yeah, well,
situation.
this is mine. If I'm saying like what my main manifestation tactic is, mood boards. I make one at the start of every year. I try to do it.
I always want to do it, but I just get so bored doing
No, it's
it.
my favourite activity in the world. I go, I usually...
I think I need to start doing like cutouts
that
and
one.
stuff like
Yeah, that's the only one.
rather than like it on my iPad.
No, I don't think that works as much. I was saying
get
what I
bored.
need, January, usually I try and close January 1st as much as possible, but maybe second, third. And I go on Pinterest, and I already kind of started it in the old year, but I've made like the mood board. I then print everything out, and then I'm cutting away and I'm making it, and then I stick it. It started when 2023, and I made one. I stuck it above my mirror in my room, just like on the wall. And I remember I wanted a new job, all of this. Got the new job, and that year ended up being like really good for me. So I did it last year, and I've done it this year. But what
What's
I do
the
is,
vision board this year?
do you know what? I don't think anything crazy. What I tend to do with the vision board, I don't go too crazy about it. I go a little bit realistic to a point where, like, if I know things are coming up, I'll print it out. And then there's some things, like, for example, the half marathon that I'm doing. So, like, part of it, a lot of it is, like, the running thing, and it's, like, quotes about it. But, like, I try and keep it to a point where it's a little bit realistic, so then for my head to do it, I'm like, well, of course that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Whether it's, like, going away. I remember last year, I actually put a private jet on it. Not because I thought I was going to get a private jet. We were going
That's so Sophie
we were
coded.
going to shoot on a private jet.
Yeah, I did want to shoot on a private jet.
Instead of LA,
didn't I?
we were going to shoot on a private jet. So I put like things that I knew that were happening throughout the year from what you've said for like shoot wise. I'd put that in there, like places I would want to go. I think I put Monaco down because I knew we were going to go to like Nice.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I do like holidays and things. Then I'll just do like I have different things for different like work.
Yeah.
Books.
I feel like I just don't do it because I feel like so much of what I do is like strategy led and like planning out the rest of the year and stuff like that. So
well, that's not manifestation, that's work.
I can't. No, I know, but
That's
it's
not
kind
free
of like
time.
I feel like I plan everything else out like so forward. I'm kind of like at home. I'm like, what's gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if you're being creative, you're putting that creative time
I just
to
buy the crystals and hope for
collection.
the best.
No, I like that. It was different in different ways. It
Yeah.
works. And then I was chatting to Scarlett, and she said, you know, Roxy, she has this whole thing when you make mood boards, but you make 3 lots. You make one. This is gonna go crazy for you. You make one for like the year, so like what I do. Then you make one for 3 years time, like what you want to happen in 3 years, and then you make one what's gonna happen in 5 years of your life.
Yeah, that's quite a good one.
And you
Because
have
at least on
them-
the 3 to 5 year ones, you can be a bit crazy.
Yes, I think that's where I would probably go. Like, okay, by this point, I'm gonna like move
Yeah.
it out, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
yeah.
this place. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
idea.
And I guess because what I do to mine is I add to it. So if I get pictures printed out of like if I went somewhere or did something, I'll then stick them onto the mood board. So it's like I've achieved it, or like it's like in my head it's mixing that reality with that like dream,
Yeah.
and then it makes it more real.
I can't remember what influencer it is, but she has like a vision board, and then she has like little shots of like her favourite gin, and she'll do a shot of gin when it's happened.
Oh, I love that idea. Oh, I'll add that to my room. Anyway, so yeah, I put mood board here. I feel like that's my main manifestation tactic. Someone put the more you speak about it, the more likely it will come true.
Yep.
So again,
100%
speaking
we
it into
said,
existence. And then saying I am. So this is more like a gratitude thing, but being like, oh, well, I don't know. You can go from like, I guess like I am worthy if I want to go deep about that. But like to
Yeah.
say like, oh, I am successful.
Yeah, I've never really
I
got
am
into
da, da,
that
da, da.
whole gratitude thing.
Yeah. The whole I never really got into that whole self
No,
love
but
thing.
you know, no, obviously, like I just, you know, people like really put time in their mornings to do that. I've never got into that. I've always
That's
tried
very,
to
like, I'd love
sit
that.
down and do it.
Yeah.
In the morning, I just want like peace. I don't care to be like, I am grateful. I am this.
Well, then
I want to do like a sound bath.
So then that's that piece.
Like white
do you know what I
noise.
mean? Like, yeah, you love a sound bath.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a different type of piece. Like for them, like journaling
Yeah,
is a
it
piece
depends
for
what you
someone.
need. Yeah.
Do you
100%.
journal? No, I don't mind journaling.
Do my daily planner.
Go by the TV.
No, but this isn't really journaling, is it? This is just like, just so you don't forget. This is just so I don't forget anything.
Yeah, that's not journaling.
Yeah.
But like, I guess it's different. I used to do, when I was younger, things I'm scared about, stressing about, things I'm looking forward to. And I'd write these out.
That's quite a good one.
And then I'd do it probably every few weeks. So the things that I was stressing about, I would tend to have achieved them. So then I can look back and be like, oh, I achieved them. Cool, tick that off.
Yeah.
So it's like things I was stressing about, I then, when I overcome and whatever. And then, yeah, I don't know if that's manifestation, but it just helps me out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good
with
one.
it. But yeah, that's everything I really have down.
Crystals, angel numbers, psychics.
I also asked the Muse Males what they're manifesting, so we can really help.
Oh yeah,
Someone said a brand deal. Miss Influencer out there said a brand deal.
You get that, girl.
So I love that for her. Someone said a baby.
Oh,
I know, really, really lovely. A new career.
Nice.
Vibes. I hope you get your new job. Hope it's stunning. Someone's spending a month in Dubai. She said her husband just signed a contract and now she gets to spend a month in Dubai.
Oh, you deserve it.
So,
did she manifest that?
I'm assuming she did.
Gorge.
So I'm hoping she has a great
Enjoy.
time in
Don't
Dubai.
sign up to no stores
Don't
out there.
buy any stores out there, but have a good old time. Anyway, that's everything for today.
That was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I feel like that's got me into like ready for the year. I feel like we need to start. I feel like we need to start manifesting a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should manifest for pre-spring for the soft launch.
What am I manifesting for pre-spring?
Yeah, but by this time it already happened. So
I am
talking to existence. It went so well.
The socials are so
sold
good.
out. Oh, we know that.
I'm just. Oh, I thought you meant that the shoot went well.
Yeah, like no, but as in like the actual launch went so well. It sold out.
Went so well.
Everyone
sold out.
loved
People
the
love
pattern,
colour.
the colour.
People love stripes
People
from
want
us.
more.
People just want more, and we just do loads of pin stripes because I love
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe. It's like my favourite.
And now they're just so excited for resort, and it's going to go so well.
Yeah.
Love that for us. Well, thank you so much
That's
for
what
coming.
we're manifesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, thank you so much for coming. Like you've just
Was that episode
arrived.
5?
Episode 5.
Damn.
This is lengthy, guys. We're really getting into it. I can't wait to film the next one with you.
Quite enjoying it. I feel like we're getting into it the more and more we
We
do
can
it.
chat for we do chat like this most of the time. So to have mics here, it adds a bit of pressure, but usually it's quite easy just to chat. But yeah, love it.
It's fun.
Can't wait. Apparently the next episode, Josh might be coming in. Is this?
Yeah, Josh is coming on the next
Guys,
episode.
get excited. We've got a special guest.
He's very nervous.
He's never been on a podcast before.
Obviously.
Obviously not, but you never know. But like we can hype it up. The teaser. Special guest. Never been on a podcast before.
He's never spoke about his story.
Yeah, he's never. Finally, the secret's
man,
out.
the mystery.
The legend. Josh. And then he comes in with his crystals and his shark tooth. I hope he's manifesting now. I hope it goes well on the podcast. I hope he's doing his research over the weekend.
We was practicing in the car the other day.
Right? Was it just you talking by yourself then?
No. We were practicing.
I'm really excited to listen in.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are too. Anyway.
Thanks, guys.
Go
like, comment, subscribe. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Just enjoy it, actually.
Whatever you do after this is an add-on. Because you loved it so much. You've really liked it. They've already liked it.
They're already subscribed at this point. We're manifesting.
They've pretty much already shared it to all
let's
their friends and
manifest how
family.
many subscribers we're going to have by episode 5.
Right. How many subscribers do we have right now? None.
Like just under 10,000.
On Spotify. Do we?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's a bit much.
10,000!
Oh my God. We love all 10,000 of you. Thank you so much for coming and listening. And we hope to see you in the next episode.
Bye guys.